mothers so triggered by people that don't want kids?
Hey people, welcome back to the channel. So in our today's video is about this woman who came to ask why are mothers so triggered by people who don't want kids. So a lot of people stitched her video. Let's listen to her video as well as the stitches, and I'll be back to leave my own comment. Please stick around.
This is a genuine question from someone who has children. Why are mothers so triggered by people that don't want kids? I really need an answer. So if someone could respectfully let me know, that would be great. This is a genuine question from someone who has children. Why are mothers...
Honestly, I feel like if you are self-aware enough to realize that you don't want to have kids, like, I applaud you, because there are too many people that have kids that really shouldn't have kids, and they just did it because they just wanted to check off a milestone. But I will say the thing, because there is just this expectation, especially here on social media, that if you have a child-free life, that now correlates to a child-free world, where people are openly and without shame calling mothers breeders, where they're asking for more child-free spaces in places like Disney World, for the love of God, where they're recording children having tantrums in public and spinning that as free birth control. So I don't have a problem with anybody who is child-free by choice, but don't come at me for having a kid in a country that doesn't cater to them or to me.
Why are mothers so triggered by people that don't want kids?
As a mother with one singular child whom I chose to have, there's actually only one type of person who doesn't want kids that really bothers me, and it's the people who really hate kids, but hate kids in a grown-up, visceral, angry kind of way. Because I think that shit's really weird. Because, it's one thing to be annoyed by children, because, I have a child and he annoys me because he's loud. All those other things, the kind of obnoxious shit that kids do. I get that. But, if you really hate a kid, and I mean, really hate them, I find it so weird. Because it's not that deep. They're just kids, It's fine to be annoyed with them, but, to hate them in a grown-up way, I think that kind of speaks a bit more to you. But
Why are mothers so triggered by people that don't want kids?
I think it's because for a lot of moms, their identity is wrapped up in being a mom. Motherhood is marketed as this very selfless role for women in life. Selfless being the key word, because you lose a big sense of self being a mom, which of course you do. You now have a tiny human whose needs and wants have to come before your own. And if what we're always told is that we're so selfless, what's the opposite of that? Selfish, right? Which puts such a negative connotation on that word that I don't think should be there. I think there's a stigma around women who are child-free by choice. There's this idea that either they wouldn't be good moms, or they think they wouldn't be good moms, or that they don't understand what motherhood entails. I think it's actually opposite. I think they've thought a lot about what being a mom actually means, and they've just chosen differently. I think the fact that they've put so much thought into that decision means they would probably be a good mom. And I think they'd agree.
Why are mothers so triggered by people that don't want kids?
So I am a mother of one, and it's not about being triggered by those that don't have kids. It's about those who don't have kids that equate motherhood or parenthood to misery. Everyone has a preference, right? So if you don't want kids, that's cool, that's fine. But don't assume or project that just because someone has kids that their life is over, or that they can't do anything anymore, or that they're miserable. That's not the case. Your life does not end just because you have children. And you shouldn't bash or talk down upon those that make that choice to have children, because that's just weird. Why do you care so much about someone's decision to have kids that you feel like you got to constantly speak negative on it? It doesn't make any sense. Or if you hate kids, can't stand them, that's cool, that's you. But don't assume that everyone feels the same way about kids that you do.
Why are mothers so triggered by people that don't want kids?
Hi, I'm a mom. I don't know if I'm necessarily triggered by people who don't want kids, but it definitely makes me more curious about them as a person. A lot of times that I have experienced people not wanting kids, it usually comes with a caveat or kind of like a side serving of childism. Childism is the discrimination against children, like people who don't want to share an airplane, people who don't want to share a restaurant, who don't necessarily see children as people. When people say they don't want kids, I'm like, oh, Do you see children as people and you just don't want kids, or are you discriminating against an entire group of people? And depending on how that fleshes out, it can definitely make me make some judgments about a person. No hate to the child-free community. You guys are beautiful, living your life, know your worth, and that's wonderful. I think we just need to be conscious about how we speak about children, especially how we interact with them in public and allow them to take up space.
By people that don't want kids. I really need an answer.
I believe it's because they're miserable and when they have a lot of regrets, but they don't want to say that part out loud, right? And these women have probably had to give up things, sacrifice things to have these kids. And people who are choosing to be child-free nowadays are putting themselves first. They're being selfish. And to people who have children, like mothers, they probably feel like that person is living the life that they should have lived, but they didn't, because they were sold a dream that they were supposed to get married, they're supposed to have kids and all that. And you see a lot of situations where there are women who have children who are married, right? But the husband is not helping them. So it's like a married mother, but as single parents. And that's probably a very miserable situation. And they probably just want these people to be in those kind of situations with them because, you know, the saying, misery loves company. As well as if I struggled, you have to struggle too. So that's why they're basically triggered by these people.
Why are mothers so triggered by people that don't want kids?
I'm not stitching this because I have any idea why, because I don't know. I have a kid myself. I'm a mom, and it was the best decision I ever made in my entire life. I love being her mom, but I never did understand why you need other women to also be moms if you yourself enjoy motherhood. Honestly, bottom of my heart, I'm telling you right now, my girlfriends that don't have kids are the life source of my social life, because without them, we ain't never gonna sync our schedules. Do you know how hard it is to get on the same schedule with another mom? Like, I am 110% team not everyone should have children. Mama needs friends that are not on opposite schedules. Okay? And yes, I understand I'm being selfish. I don't give a shit. I am selfish.
This is a genuine question from someone who has children. Why are mothers...
As a mom with children, I am not triggered by people who don't want to have kids. Fully supportive. And the whole reason I'm supportive is because I have enough for everyone here. You want to play parent for the day? Come on over. I could use a nap. You want to make 4 different dinners at different temperatures with different sauces with different side pairings? Come on by, honey. Play parent. Play parent. I swear to God, please.
After listening to all the stitches from different people, kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. What is your answer to her question? Do you think women who have kids are triggered by women who don't want kids? I know sometimes it can be annoying or frustrating raising kids, but I don't think women are triggered. Why would I be triggered for someone else's choice of life? And the videos from the child-free people are not meant to shame mothers in any way. Child-free people talk about how happy they are being child-free. And I also know that mothers also make these videos just to feel happy, and they are also happy raising those kids. Let's not bring this confusion, women. If you choose to be child-free, that's okay. If you choose to have children, that's fine too. One thing we need to keep in mind is that people who are child-free are not miserable. Neither do people with kids are frustrated. We all live the lives that we choose. Anyway, guys, don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Please subscribe, like, and share to this video. See you in the next video.